decided to show up, man. Let's move it! Yeah! SEGA!
What's up guys, my name is Velcomia and welcome back to Central Sunday. So today I'm going to do a retrospective of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. So I've decided to do a little series for Sonic Central. It probably won't be every week, but I want to share my opinions on individual games. Not necessarily all old games, but kind of work our way up. So next time I could do Sonic 2, then Sonic 3, but we could go all the way up to generations and like do Sonic Adventure, etc. So I decided to do this today because I don't think anyone here really knows my personal opinion on all these different games, and it gives me an excuse to go through them again because I haven't played Sonic 1 in a while. I really want to play it again, and I'm only going to play through the first stage of every game. This won't be like a massive LP or anything like that. It'll just be a simple level 1 kind of thing. And we're going to skip the emeralds as well because Sonic 1 is that game where no matter how many times you've beaten the emerald stages, they'll still kick your ass sometimes. They really will. You know, I've finished Sonic 1 countless times, you know, 100% it, but the emerald stages, they still screw me around. They always will, I suppose. I mean, there's no fixed method on how to do them. I don't think there is anyway. Although there is one little technique you can do on Special Stage 1 where you can, if you actually just leave the controller, he will go to exactly where you need to be. Like, you don't have to do anything. So Special Stage 1 is probably the easiest, just because of that fact. But the funny thing is Special Stage 6, because in all of the special stages, Special Stage 1 and 7 are the easiest. So Sonic 1 is that game that I think it was probably my first Sonic game. It was either this or Sonic 2, and thankfully I was actually brought up with these games. Like when I was born, these games already existed in our household. So I didn't have to become a Sonic fan myself. Fortunately, my mom was actually always a Sonic fan, so she kind of introduced me and Adam to gaming and everything like that. And we used to always play Sonic all the time. Sonic 3 is actually my favourite game of all time. Well, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's just such a masterpiece. I think that might have been the third Sonic. I mean, I don't know how I played it, because me and Adam obviously grew up together. I think it was either Sonic 1 or Sonic 2 with our first Sonic game, and it was I think Sonic 3 was probably the last one we played out of the trilogy. But it's the one I remember the most. I don't know if it's because, this is my personal opinion, but I honestly think it's the easiest out of the three, not including Sonic CD. Sonic CD is pretty easy, but out of Sonic 1, Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, I've always had a better time playing Sonic 3. And its difficulty is not the reason why it's my favourite game. I absolutely love everything about that game. But the special stages are really easy, the levels are really easy, and I just think it's a great game, you know. But Sonic 1, it's that kind of game which introduces the series. It doesn't have a spin dash, unfortunately. That was introduced in the second game. And it only has 6 Chaos Emeralds, which is quite weird because the rest of the games actually have 7. The Game Gear games have 6, on the other hand, though. That's quite weird. Maybe they were going the same route as Sonic 1. I don't really know, but Sonic 1, it took me a while to finish this game, like, completely. I think I used to always get screwed up on Marble Zone Act 3, and it felt so strange to finally get past it, you know. And, weird enough, I didn't have too much trouble beating Labyrinth Zone as a kid. I mean, that wasn't the zone which screwed us up. I mean, fine, we rarely did reach that zone, but, yeah, that zone didn't have too much trouble with it, and I don't have any trouble with it these days. But Marble Zone was always that stage when I was a child, like, that I couldn't pass. So, all in all, Sonic 1 is that great game that will always be there. It was, I don't think it was my first Sonic game, but it's definitely a great one, and what a way to introduce the series. It's just so colourful, so beautiful, it controls so well, and, you know, it'll be a game I'll always love, you know, it's such a great game. So that's pretty much all I've got to say about Sonic 1. It's a fantastic game, you should all check it out. I'm sure you all have. But next week I might do Sonic 2, or I might do something entirely different. I do want to bring the multiplayer back to Sundays. Now, I do want to apologise for that. There hasn't been a multiplayer video in months. The reason being is because I actually moved out, and my brother, Adam AFD, who I do the vids with, it's just a little difficult to kind of get around to doing the multiplayer vids again. You know, But I do want to sort that out, because I definitely do want to get multiplayer back up. We want to do things like Sonic Shuffle and Sonic Adventure 2, etc. All the multiplayer games, we just want to bring it back. But for now, until I've sorted that out, we're just going to keep to like kind of random videos. It's essentially brought back Random Fridays. That was a thing we originally had on the channel until Kyle Blue Spin Dash took over on Fridays. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Sonic Central out.